What's up? How's it
Hi.
going?
Hi. We have guests.
Hello.
This is Krisi. We have probably talked about her pretty frequently throughout the podcast.
Every episode?
Yep.
Probably?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say every episode. I would say there were quite a
She
few.
watches
Quite a
all of
few.
them.
Yeah, she actually will know. Because we don't remember anything we
No.
talk about.
It's literally a blur every time we record.
Yeah. So she's, no, we decided we needed to have her on. We've known her from I met you at Buffalo House.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have a story that I don't know yet that you met previously.
You didn't hear about how we met.
Yeah, I've not heard it yet.
I was going to say, I think most people probably just assumed we met somewhere around the Buffalo House, like at the Buffalo House.
Yeah, most people would. But we knew each other pre-Buffalo House.
Yeah,
Actually, right around when I moved back here.
I think
Yeah.
so. It was like... Was
It
it
was-
Doug's birthday or was it Halloween? It must have
It
been
was
Halloween.
Halloween.
It was
Yeah, 'cause we were in costumes.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
duh.
Halloween. Yeah, I went to a party. I was dressed up as the world's greatest dad. I got a tattoo that said Dad Bod right here. Well, a fake tattoo. And she was Captain America. We talked about Doctor Who for several hours, and our buddy Jesse did the Carlton dance in the living room, and I said I could do that too, and went to stand up and was like, I can't.
That I think we kind of all tried at that point, and it was
Yep.
like, not
Lots of
coordinated.
alcohol.
I showed you Cry. We listened to creepypastas. It was Halloween.
Yep.
I showed everybody Cryotic, and they were like, yo, is this you? And I was like, no.
Oh man, no, I can't.
Yeah,
was
that's
actually-
the story.
I was actually trying to think, like, I don't remember exactly when I met you. Like, in my recollection, the first thing that I can picture of seeing you for the first time was
She was coming down a flight of stairs, and the music
I-
went in slow motion.
Ball gown flowing behind me. No,
she only tripped down 3 steps. No,
that's more
No,
likely to
I,
happen.
no,
Was that
I
Buffalo House?
remember coming. I remember coming downstairs, and you and Sam were standing on the side of the table close to that the little side room.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember walking up to the table because I don't know, I was talking to someone there, and we just started talking or whatever. And that's like the first in a drunken haze I can remember that. And I'm like, all right, well, I don't remember anything about it. I don't know if you do.
Nope. I was gonna say drunken haze. Who was more drunk, me or you, at that point?
Yeah, pretty
Probably.
much. It's a Buffalo House.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The having the wine is very reminiscent of that, because I feel like that was most of like what I drank when I was at Buffalo House. I would show up with like a couple bottles of wine, and
Yeah.
that would be
Yeah,
it for
you
the
just
entire
like go
time.
back to the fridge like every once in a while and just kind of
Yep.
just see you walking through the party with your bottle of wine.
Yup, and then every so often I would bring my Yeti and just fill the Yeti with it. It would be a little more, inconspicuous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I think that
There's-
was actually like how I got I think Annie got into wine too, was because I would always bring wines to
Yeah.
the Buffalo House,
Yeah.
and then at some point she was like, "Oh, like, can you tell me about like good wines, and like I'm trying to get into it and all this stuff." She's gonna see this maybe and be like, "No, I was drinking way before that. Girl, get out of here."
I mean, I'm sure she was drinking,
Drinking,
maybe
but not
wine.
wines. Not wines and not good shit.
I can't-
Definitely.
Yeah.
I can't drink wines.
Yeah. I mean, you do.
I do.
Wait,
He's
why
ta-
can't you drink wines?
I'm allergic to a lot of the wines.
He's allergic
So
to
wait,
red.
so when you took a drink of the one that I brought with me today,
You're good.
Yeah, I'm good. It was age.
He's allergic. Yeah, he's
Okay.
allergic to actually like red dye and a blue dye.
Gotcha. So
So he
like
can't drink
a
purple
more
either.
natural wine would probably be okay.
No.
No?
That's because
I'm
it's
allergic
actually
to grapes.
yeah. White
Oh.
wine. He's
Well, he's
allergic.
talking
I'm
about
joking.
dyes.
Yeah. Well,
Oh.
it's still a dye.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, grapes is different
Technically.
too. But
But it's still a dye.
yeah.
It's a color.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, this one's apple wine.
Fuck,
yeah.
I'm allergic to apples.
Oops.
Oh no.
But
We're just
no,
out here. Everything we
I'd be
bring
the
into this
best
house is just to
doctor.
kill Edie.
Yeah. Literally.
much.
They made onions one day, and I fucking died.
I think the last time I came over here, wasn't it the day I made French onion soup, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Sorry, dude, I'm gonna smell like onions. Don't sit by me." Like,
I think last night or a couple nights ago we made chicken masala.
oh,
And I cooked onions in there, but I brought up my little air filter that I have and just put it on full blast by me, so that hopefully.
I left that night, didn't I? Was that
No,
yesterday?
No,
that wasn't
No, you
yesterday.
were hanging out on the couch while I was cooking the onions, and cutting the onions and shit. So I put it on. So I hoped you like wouldn't
I
die.
thought I went somewhere when you made chicken.
I think you did that night after we made it, but while we were cooking the onions and stuff, you were there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And you survived.
Yeah.
he
So-
survived.
We're good.
He's not dead.
Yeah.
Am I?
It's like when.
Dun-dun!
Yeah. But
He's
did you
dead.
die?
I might have.
Say hi to my dad.
I might say hi to my
Oh, jeez.
Hopefully.
hopefully.
Getting dark.
Have we made the dad jokes on the podcast at all? Have we made
I don't
dad
know.
jokes on the podcast? About,
Yeah.
absent fathers and
Yeah, I think so. A couple times, because I know that you definitely had brought up at some point, like, going to find your dad in.
fighting him.
Yeah.
And fighting his dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yep.
Yeah.
So every so often, but not that much.
See, we need to have her on to like tell us what we talked about.
I'm like the recap episode, like, of all the episodes. Oh
It's
no,
episode
wait.
25. It's
Yeah.
a recap special.
Yeah,
Like,
quarter way to 100.
If I had known to prepare, I would have like gone and marathoned them all
brought
real
a
quick.
PowerPoint slide.
No,
Yeah.
it's okay. I mean,
That's a thing though, like parties where you make PowerPoints. That's something I
Yeah.
saw
we were
recently.
just talking
Yeah.
about
that
that.
would be so much fun. Just
Yeah.
get real drunk and give
We were
PowerPoints.
talking about doing that, and I've given
here
so
for
many
it.
PowerPoints in my day that I don't want to.
I'm not good at PowerPoint.
Are you also
But I would-
traumatized by like school PowerPoint
Not
presentations?
even just school, the military.
Oh,
Yeah. I did
Nope.
more PowerPoints in the military than I did in school.
that's vaguely horrifying.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm really good at PowerPoints and look forward to my PowerPoints because I'm going to make some.
You're going to see it,
Yeah.
and you're going to be like, wow.
What would be your go-to PowerPoint presentation that you would go for?
Cancer. Just so I can make the Nicolas Cage joke again. There's an acronym for how to tell if somebody like is in early stages of cancer called CAGE. And I made an official PowerPoint where 16 of the slides were just different Nicolas Cages.
And
I
how did
love
that
it.
go?
It went well. Yeah.
As long as the info is good.
the
Right,
first one,
well,
his
that's fair,
face like
yeah.
faded in, and I was like, an acronym to help you remember how to check for cancer is CAGE, and then his face just goes, and everyone's like, yo, and then the next 15
It's just
slides
Con
were
Air.
just Nicolas Cage.
Oh, I believe it, but it was probably memorable, and I bet they learned a lot
Here's
from
the
it.
thing, I don't remember what the acronym stands for.
Oh,
I know the first letter is cough.
Cough,
That's it.
ache, groin,
Groin. Edie.
Edie. Erectile dysfunction.
I made
That's
that,
how you know you have cancer.
I made
Your
that
boners
joke
don't
last
work,
night,
guys.
To some
Science.
people I was cooking dick-shaped cookies with. One of them like broke, and I was like, "Oh hey, it's Edie," and they're like, "What? What?" They're like, "You're Edie," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know."
I feel like that was something I learned one of the first times I met you, that you brought that up, and it was like, yeah, my name also sounds exactly like...
Erectile dysfunction.
Yep.
My initials are BM. And if someone was like, "Hey, bowel movement," and I was like, "Oh, yay!"
Thanks,
Mine
like I
is,
haven't heard that before.
American Eagle.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
if you had the middle name, it's Age.
I was gonna say I don't have any cool acronyms or nicknames or...
But Chrissy's a cool name.
I guess so. I guess so. Although for the longest time, like
stands for
most
something.
people didn't know my name isn't Krissy. I think Eric Richards actually was like one of the more surprised people one time, where it was like, "Your name's Christine? Well, did you really think
Yeah.
my birth certificate says Krissy?"
Well, I mean, my name's not Andrew. It's Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, other Mike. Hi,
And other Mike.
Hi to all the mics.
There's 3 mics that we think of, that I can think of.
Yeah.
There's like 3 that come to mind right away. Obviously, Mike Vanderweel, miss
Yep.
him very much.
I miss
very
him, too.
much.
Mike
Come back
P.
to us, Mike.
Mike Provenzano.
And Mike Sebastian. Which you haven't met Mike Sebastian.
No, so that wasn't the third Mike I was thinking of. I was thinking of Ginger Mike. But I can't-
Volokalev?
Yeah. Yeah.
I
The
don't-
one who nobody can pronounce his last name.
Well, I've only talked to him twice, and
Oh,
I remember
Ginger.
drunkenly talking to him about band stuff at the time.
I was gonna say I kind of ended up hanging out with that group a lot last year and like went camping with them and like I think Mike's birthday was like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Too,
Yeah.
So.
I saw something about it. Yeah. 27.
Yep.
Happy birthday, Mike. I know
20
you're not seeing this, but happy birthday.
27 or 28?
I thought it was 28.
I think he's. I can't remember if he's my age or if he's a year older than me. I think he's my age. So he would be 27.
I feel old.
I'm older.
I say my girlfriend's about to be 30, so I hope
I'm 29.
Old.
I know somebody that's about to be 32.
30 or 32?
I was gonna say that, but I was also like waiting to see if he was gonna tell us who was about to be 30 or 32.
No.
Okay.
I only
that's
reveal things that I shouldn't reveal on the podcast.
fair. Okay. I don't follow the logic, but okay.
So I killed this guy one time.
Right. I was waiting for something like that. Honestly.
Technically, I can't talk about that for 500 years.
Anyway, so I really like your socks.
Thanks.
Although I definitely didn't eat enough dinner, so like now I want tacos.
That's fair.
You're like, we can order tacos.
I gotta go to sleep eventually
Yeah,
because
I
I
gotta go to
work
sleep, too.
tomorrow.
I work tomorrow as well.
But I still got like a half a bottle of apple wine, and I don't work tomorrow. So who wants tacos?
I like
I
tacos.
might ride with. Yeah, we'll make a plan during the transition.
We'll see. Yeah, during the transition. When I get more wine,
Tacos.
all of a sudden my wine glass will be full again, and we will talk about tacos. It'll be great.
Magic.
Magic.
Yeah. But no, so I'm trying to think like, so what are some of like the most memorable nights you remember at Buffalo House? Because like it's interesting having other people because we were at every single thing.
Well, almost every single thing.
Almost every single thing.
I feel like I was at like most.
You were at more than I was, honestly.
I think so.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
Like my Facebook memory, one just popped up of me and Wicker, where we woke up. We didn't know there was a party. We had drill that weekend. We woke up and we both came downstairs in uniform, and there's just a fucking rager going on at like 4 a.m. And we come down.
I feel like I
people are
remember
like,
that.
What? And we're like, hey.
Actually,
like,
you know what? I think I do remember that.
There, yeah.
I was there. I vaguely remember that. But I remember a lot of times actually where it was like, no, Edie can't come to the party because he has to like get up and go to drill or he's, you know, working or whatever was going on. But yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, but that one was funny because when we came down the stairs, we were literally walking down like 2 buff soldiers. Like, this random dude I've never met looked up the stairs and was like, and then me and Wicker were like, yo, y'all doing shots? I wanted to so bad, man.
Oh, that's great.
I was like, I can't show up to drill smelling like fucking whiskey.
Why not? Fucking.
I mean, I did it all the time when I was active, but
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm kidding.
I had a PT test that morning though too,
Oh,
so I had to run like 2 miles, which I've done before, like drunk.
That sounds gross.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, no, I believe it. I don't like running 2 miles sober.
I don't like running anymore.
I remember a time that was like someone I know. They were in they were in the army and they went out and partied, and then like they went to sleep, and then all of a sudden they got all of them got called like, hey, emergency formation, and he texted him. He's like, hey, like, I can't drive there. I'm gonna be late. Because he was drunk still,
right?
Because it was emergency at random, so he had to run up. But the problem was, everyone was in formation. He basically just had to run up and then hop in line, and they saw him, and they were kind of like, "Okay, we get why you ran," because he was pretty drunk, so he was a little staggered,
just wobbly. Everybody
and,
else
woke
is pretty
up
still
from sleeping only an hour.
Oh,
yeah.
I had one where this kid, he was underage, and got so drunk he fell out of his bunk bed and broke his arm. So they pulled everyone out, and they smoked us all to try to figure out who gave this underage kid booze. Oh. And me and my buddy Phil are just doing push-ups, and we're starting to add like claps and shit in, like having a good time. And then we're sobering up a little, and we're looking at each other like, yo, didn't we go to bed? What's going on? And then we're looking around, and like we're all getting smoked, and we're trying to fill in the fucking blank spaces from everyone around us. We're like, what's happening? And they're like, oh, some kid got caught underage drinking, so we're all getting smoked. And I'm like, I'm 19. Like, still reeking of fucking booze.
Oh my
like, just doing
gosh.
push-ups. Like, what kid
Whoops.
was it? And they're like, oh, it was that guy. Don't worry, man. You're like 23, right? I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, I am.
Yep, definitely.
Everything's fine.
But we were being loud as hell. Like, while we were getting smoked, me and Phil's like are visibly drunk, like having a good ass time, like just doing claps, and we're like, yeah, this is dope, man. And we're like high-fiving each other, and like no one's getting pissed at us because they know Phil's is of age, and they thought I was 23, so they're like, those are fucking soldiers right there, you know.
Those are fucking.
They
Meanwhile,
got this shit
I was
down.
fucking 19 years old. Was like, oh fuck, I could have gotten in trouble.
Jeez. Yeah. No. I so.
And now you know, Sergeant Z.
Oh.
You fucking optometrist.
What?
Yeah.
I
Ain't
feel like
see
he's
that
over here
coming,
like,
did ya?
what? And I'm like, what?
Yeah, you're never gonna see this, but I hope you do.
Maybe one day. and,
Actually,
like,
no, you're kind of cool. I would have a beer with you outside of the military.
I don't know you.
I'm just here. No, yeah, no. We had kind of touched on memories of the Buffalo House.
Yeah.
So I feel like the Buffalo House genuinely changed my life in the weirdest ways possible.
It did for a lot of people.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
probably wouldn't have met certain people if I hadn't been to the Buffalo House in good and bad ways, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this.
This is a very bad way.
I mean I mean Buffalo House spawned. I mean, essentially, like we met right before he moved in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like right.
So, it just we met basically you, Mike, everyone through that, and obviously, it for us it spawned this.
Mm-hmm. Like I have to thank obviously like Doug Allen for like you and Mike Van Wheel that like we met at the Halloween party, but like yeah, after actually being at the Buffalo House and meeting Brandon and everybody else and some certain people that I would prefer to not have met, you know, and then like Annie, you know, it's been great. I think
I know, like for me all of a sudden I was like, because I saw you and Annie hanging out a little bit more at parties and stuff, and then all of a sudden
we
like
just talk about wine a lot.
yeah, and then all of a sudden like I was just like, oh, they went to New York. And they just started like, and then I was
That's
like, oh.
one of the best things that came out of like Buffalo House. And also like my favorite story ever is like how I became friends with Annie. And the fact that we've lived together for over 3 years now. Almost 4 years. Oh, it's been almost 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you helped me move.
Yeah.
I was supposed to, but I couldn't.
That was wild. All of that was wild that whole time. But like Annie in general with like basically I had just gone to New York. I'd come back and she had seen it on my Facebook or whatever. And she was like, hey, I'm thinking about going. You know, what would you recommend or can we talk about it? Blah, blah, blah. And she's like, I don't really know who I'd go with. I wanted to go with my mom. She can't really walk. And I was like kind of feeling the wine at that point. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll go with you.
Yeah.
We had never hung out outside of Buffalo House parties at all.
Yeah.
First time we hung out outside the Buffalo House, we went to Canada for some weird metal show at some shitty bar. And then
Sounds right.
the second time we spent 6 days together in New York.
There you go.
That sounds like a Brandon and Edie bromance right
I was
there.
gonna say,
Right,
really does.
it was definitely
Literally, my van broke down, and I was like, "Can I sleep on your couch?"
Yeah.
yeah.
No,
it's,
I mean, yeah. So I was just like, oh, that's really cool. So like, still seeing like all the random friendships that have like spawned,
mm-hmm.
or like the friend groups that were at the Buffalo House still.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, we met Mac.
Yeah,
I think I had met him also because of Doug Allen.
I met him previously
Yeah.
because of Mike, but
I was gonna say, see, who is the person that brought you to the house originally? Was it Mike?
I think it was Van Wheel and Edie. I think you both.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, because we met. Well, Mike knew you already, I think.
I think he had probably met me at another one of Doug's parties at some point, and then you and him went to the Halloween party, and that was how I met both of you.
And then we got the Buffalo House, and then come drink.
Yeah, and then I just started showing up to everything.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, because I never knew that either. I was like, oh yeah, like who? Because there was a part of me that thought it was Eric.
No.
No.
So Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know Eric until I met him at Buffalo House.
Yeah.
And that was how I met him and Annie and like a bunch of other people like that were kind
Yeah.
of closer to him.
Yeah, because I mean, there was a majority of the people that were brought from Eric.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
then-
actually, a lot of them already kind of knew each other, but then
Yeah.
Eric started throwing bigger parties, and like
Inviting them.
that got more people to start coming.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was all kind of wild at some point.
I mean, I remember throwing out that guy at the Halloween party.
Yeah.
Well, two guys, kinda. That was.
Kinda?
Well, I mean, I think I told the one about the we had to call the cops at the Halloween party.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And then the other one was there was a guy selling coke and heroin, and I had kicked him out of at the Halloween party.
Right.
Yeah.
I kicked him out. He was also the guy that apparently, basically they were like, yo, like, I'll give you 5 minutes to get him to leave the party, but if he's not gone, like, we're going to kick his ass. And I was like, oh, okay. Why? And he was like, basically in high school, there was a girl that died, and there was a fundraiser that was started to pay for it, and he's the one that started it.
Mm-hmm.
And like a bunch of to help with the funeral cost, and then he just took the money and then like dropped out of high school.
I feel like I vaguely remember hearing about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were like, I was like, I got it. So I basically just went up to him and was like, yo, you gotta leave. I was like, a lot of people here are telling me they really don't like you, and there's gonna be fights involved, so you need to get out of here. You know, and I can't, you can't be selling stuff.
Right.
So he's just like, I mean, alright, whatever. He's probably on his own shit, whatever piece of shit that is. And then he just left. So I was like, alright. Yeah.
I feel like I remember that happening actually, like, but I think it's just mostly because I remember like definitely you, Brandon, but maybe both of you like actually like confronting people to leave at some point in various situations.
Yeah, that Halloween party was wild. Like I was literally paid $100 to be security that night.
We hired Fiddler and one other person. We legitimately had security. We hired a photographer, and then another photographer just showed up randomly. That was a good time.
Yeah,
that Halloween party was intense. I think that was the only party I like did not get drunk at.
Yeah,
or mildly intoxicated at.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember, like, because I definitely missed a good amount of that party because I was outside dealing with that thing for about 2.5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 2.5 hours of shit that was probably going on in the house that I totally missed.
Yeah. Fucking Michael Myers on a stripper pole.
Oh, yeah. That's like my favorite meme to ever come out of anything. Like, that was amazing. Like, yes.
And I was outside.
He was giving me the eye, but we don't throw money at these hoes.
Yeah, we don't throw money at these hoes, and it's just
I love Domo.
fucking Mike Myers on a stripper
Jesse
pole.
is Mike Myers on the stripper pole, and Domo's just like.
Did I tell you I ran into him at the gym, but didn't recognize him?
I feel like you told me that, and I know that I've ran into Jesse at the gym before too.
It on this
was a while ago when I was actually going to the gym.
He was doing like pull-ups, and he's like, "Hey, you seem like a cool dude. Can you do me a favor and get a video of me doing pull-ups so I can send it to my girl?" And I was like, yeah, only if you get a video of me doing curls so I can just have it for me. And then, like, I got the video and was like, all right, bro, I'm going to go finish my workout. And then, like, we split and, like, did our own workouts and then left. And then, like, I'm driving home and I'm like, that was fucking Jesse.
Oh, dude, he's, like, there's so many people that we want to eventually have on this podcast that are from Buffalo House. Like, I mean, Matt, well, I don't know about Mac. I'd love to have Mac, but I know he doesn't like to talk.
We should have Mac on for gaming.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
We're definitely going to have him on. Mac, we're having you on for gaming.
I think that would be a really good idea.
Yeah. And if you'd like to podcast, you are welcome to.
It's lots of fun. You get to watch Edie drop beverages on himself.
It wasn't a
in
beverage,
person.
It was a coaster.
Oh, the coaster.
I got it, bud.
I didn't know what happened. I just saw you looking at your lap.
Very close to crossing the line, Brandon.
I know. I was playing with it.
I was gonna say, you say that like it hasn't happened. But
We haven't actually crossed that line.
I'm mostly kidding.
Yeah, Brandon has never.
I see the eyebrows over there.
You've never seen my.
No.
Okay, yeah, you've never crossed that line. We're coming up on transition.
Probably. I think that was one of your jokes at some point in an earlier episode about how you don't even dare to cross that line because there's no going back kind of
There's
thing.
no going back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, but no, I'd love to have like them, Jesse, Domo. There's so many random people that just like, there's all kinds of crazy shit that went down there.
Oh yeah, and I feel like probably there are certain people that'll have like better stories than me. I feel like most of mine were like I get wine drunk and talk to everybody.
I mean, that was what I did.
Yeah.
Except not wine.
Yeah, I would walk up to everyone. Hi, I'm Krisi. What's your name?
I would walk up to people and be like, "Hi, I live here." Like,
Right, because
"What?"
nobody knew that you
Nobody knew I
lived
fucking
there.
lived there.
Yeah, that was I think the most wild thing because it was like, oh, who do you know here? It's like, oh, well, I know everybody, but like I was originally here because of like Edie and Vinwheel, and they're like Edie, and I'm like,
I was the
He lives
first
here.
person to live there
yeah,
for a week by myself.
No one no one knew this either. Was that Eric's room before he moved in was my room.
I think
Yeah.
I knew that.
He didn't like rent it, but he just stayed there. Like,
I get drunk.
yeah.
Right. Right. Yeah, I feel like I vaguely remember that because I know that I think I was coming to parties at the time
Yeah.
before Eric was actually living there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I
then-
loved when we announced that Eric moved in because it was like, at that time we were like slowly becoming the party house,
Yeah.
and I made that Super Smash Brothers thing of Eric where it was like, Eric comes smashing into the Buffalo House, and everyone was like, fuck, and then the next 6 months was like,
It really became. Yeah, there's so many
Yeah.
nights of just blur.
Dude, I walked down into my
Little bit.
kitchen and there was just fucking CO2 canisters all over my floor from Whippets, and I was like, I don't like this.
Right. I think near the end it got a little bit interesting. Out of
Yeah.
hand?
Out of hand, out
Wild.
of pocket.
Yeah.
Different. The end of the Buffalo House as the house, not obviously the Buffalo House because it is seeming to be an establishment here. But the end of the parties, and it was
Yeah.
I know that personally, like I was getting to the point where I was like, I don't know if I want to come to these anymore, kind of thing.
I lived there.
I know.
Yeah, it truly got to being like there was a lot of people that like. I mean, I've already been to one like a while. I can't do it anymore.
It got interesting for sure.
Yeah.
But there were some good times. There were some very interesting times. Lots of shirtless guys. Lots
Yeah.
of shirtless
Yes.
guys.
Ashley Locke.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. A gem. Ashley's a gem.
I'd love to have her on eventually too. She'd be fun.
And more about that after the transition.
Ow.
Yeah, that
Just so
sounded
you
like
know,
it
that
hurt.
second one always cut the clap.
Oh.
Oh, well,
Well, are you gonna leave the ow?
just
'Cause I hit-
ow for no
I hit
reason.
very poorly on the clap. Like,
It
heard
sounded
it.
painful and no.
Yeah.
Just no.
No.
Look, magic. More wine.
Yay.
more beer.
I didn't drink. I smoked.
fair.
Smoking a bear.
No, we were talking about Buffalo House
Yeah.
and Too Drunk stuff, how we made food.
During the transition, we were talking about Too Drunk.
Right, because like honestly, goals like I would want to be a guest when you guys do Too Drunk. Just throwing it out there, you know.
Can you?
Possibly.
Can I hang? Is that what you're about
Well,
to ask?
I mean, that's the thing. Honestly, in my mind, I don't ever think we're going to make the guest keep up with us for the most part.
Only if they want to. Yeah.
I probably would not be able to.
Yeah,
and
it's
especially
not,
if you're doing
not
shots.
Gonna keep up with ourselves.
Yeah.
Those are
Yeah,
gonna be.
no, that's not.
It'll be fun to see what those turn out to actually be because
Yeah.
it's.
We tried to do it live, and you all know how that turned out. Not well.
I feel like I vaguely remember that, but also I don't. And I kind
I
of
was
don't
just-
remember a ton about the whole Too
Yeah.
Drunk to begin with. Like, I know I've heard about it many times
It was-
over, but I don't know the whole.
So it was
like,
kind
thing.
of the other half of our side that wasn't at Buffalo House.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what we did when we weren't at Buffalo House.
Yeah, we would sometimes skip the parties just to go do Too Drunk.
So I was on the wrong side of things, apparently.
What we would do
'cause-
is
Fuck.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
we would get together. We would
That's
have an
fair.
idea for something we wanted to cook. We would vaguely have a recipe. And then when we would go to cook, we would start with 5 shots each. And every 15 minutes, we would do a shot. The entire time we cooked.
15 minutes. It was a required shot every 15 minutes.
5 shots to start sounds horrendous, and I definitely would not be able to.
And we would be blitzed by the end of it. But the food.
Was the food superb because you were blitzed, or because it was good?
It was superb because we were blitzed, but we would give it to other people that were sober, and they'd be like,
"This is phenomenal.
This is so good."
Okay, that's
like
fair.
at the beginning of the party.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it basically like. No, we just we the very first time we met, we talked about food. And we made, you heard the.
I remember. I was gonna say I've heard that story. Yep.
And essentially, those parties that we brought those to was like that first one was not the. We did most of them at a different set of parties.
Yeah.
Of another name we won't mention.
Yeah.
But
He's a bad person.
Yes. But we ended up at this party. There was a lot of party. It was kind of like another Buffalo House, but it was smaller than my basement.
Right.
And it was all people from the music scene. And we would bring these crazy concoctions and just be known. I guess, I don't even know really known, I guess.
No, we were pretty known. I have other people that still hit us up. Like, occasionally I'll post a status about, like, oh, let me cook you dinner. And people will be like, you know how to cook? And then other people will pop in and be like, he fucking knows how to cook. Let him cook for you.
Yeah. But we would bring, like, I know the second dish we made.
Was it the chicken nuggets?
Oh, sorry. Third dish, yeah. Second dish was chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
Same set of parties.
Yeah.
At different location. Then the third one we made, we did the chicken Alfredo dip.
Yeah. That was fucking good.
My heart, that sounds amazing.
So we basically just made Alfredo. It was easy.
Bar.
That was the easiest one we ever made.
I feel like I did a taco bar for a party once.
I think, yeah.
Did you come? You didn't. I was about to ask if you came to that, but obviously not because you never come to any of my parties.
I was actually saying how I felt really bad about that. Like it was 2 weeks ago. The person I asked if you wanted to go drink wine with us later.
Yeah.
I was talking to her about it. I was like,
You're
yeah,
like,
we're filming the podcast with my buddy Krisi. And I was like, I don't go to any of her parties.
I specifically tried so hard for so long to not cook with onions for you two, and you never showed up to anything.
I would literally say, like, yeah, I'll be there. And then, like...
Yeah, so that was why, because you would be like, yeah, I'm going to make it. And then...
I'd be asleep.
Yeah. It's okay. I don't hold it against you. Like, I'm not upset, so...
But
eventually. What's this?
Gift for the guests.
Oh!
It's a ding-ding!
Thanks. Should I open it?
Yeah,
Go for it. No,
go show it to the camera. No.
I drunkenly bought like 48 of those.
Why? Oh no, he's going. Well, he's going.
He rolled face up too.
Lovely.
They're wonderful, dude. He's got a little bit of hair on him now.
Yeah, a little bit.
They're hilarious.
I'll
Dude,
deal with him later.
They're just so funny.
That they don't watch this, but you know that hole in Ohio that I fixed?
Yeah.
I put
Vaguely.
one of those in the hole.
Oh, geez.
So when I covered it up, so now in their apartment, there's a little ding-ding in the wall.
Why did you do that? I
Why
mean,
not?
not why did you do that, but like, why did you buy so many of these? That's the question.
Why not?
We were talking about them in an episode. There's a print. We should dust that table.
Yeah. Again, that's from obvious.
Yeah, we were cleaning. And,
Right, yeah.
Yeah, we were cleaning.
You know, you got
I had
it.
to
Things
fix
get
the
dusty.
ceiling.
You know,
Yeah.
it happens. I just think it looks funny because of his little feet.
Again, they're like hilariously little cute.
Yeah, they're kind of cute. You know,
You can
although
buy,
I don't typically think these are cute.
They're never that.
No,
They're never
they're
that.
they're not cute.
But that
Yours
is.
doesn't look exactly like that.
I mean,
Mine does.
it's not a button.
Mine
Duh.
actually has the 2 freckles too.
That's
Yeah.
where it spits.
Y'all know it's not my jam anymore.
No.
No.
I wanted to do the cliche fuckboy joke there. You just haven't had the right one yet. My name's Jen.
I'm a jackass.
I'm a jackass.
See,
No.
so far nobody said that to me. So I mean,
Really?
That's
yeah.
fucking
That's
great.
shocking, man.
Yeah, the world's better now. Kinda. At
Then
least-
also like I haven't seen that many people in the last year. So
True.
mm,
True.
yeah.
Yo, we're coming up on the 1-year anniversary.
It's been a whole year. So I started working from home March 12th.
I started March 23rd, and I wasn't even working from home. I was just drinking.
I wish, but my company's like, yeah, no, you guys can do your jobs effectively from home, full time, same as business as usual. Let's go. And so we've been doing that the entire time. It's very difficult. For the first little bit, like I was using my TV as a second monitor while I was working from home, and Charlotte was very upset that I put a chair in the middle of the living room. She's like, "Excuse me, Mom, why is there a chair in my play space?"
Yeah.
She would just like put all her toys around my chair
Yeah,
and just
you're
lay
in my
behind it.
spot.
Yeah, pretty much. Every so often, I'd get up to like go get lunch or whatever. I'd come back and she'd be laying in my chair by my laptop and the all my setup. And I was like, "Oh, you're gonna work for me today? Okay, cool. I'm gonna leave. Bye."
There
Like,
were
I wish.
A few times where I forgot that my ex worked from home when I was at home, and I would like walk into the living room and be like, "Yo, what's on TV?" And I'd be like scratching my manly bits, and then I'd look over and I'd make eye
Just
contact
on a
and be
Zoom
like,
meeting or something.
"You're in a meeting," and I just
There have
back
been-
out of the camera.
There have been one or two. I'm pretty sure that there was definitely a meeting that Annie walked through, like to go to take a shower in like just a towel, like behind my camera in the
Yep.
meeting. I was like,
I did that once,
let
too.
me just turn my laptop real quick.
I just had to talk for the insurance lady. I was talking to her, and she randomly I heard her dog barking in the background. She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, it's my dog." I was like, "Oh, it's fine." And I told her about Penny. We got Penny.
The baby.
We got a little baby Penny. Right
She's the cutest
here.
thing in the entire world with the cutest little ears. Don't tell my dog I said that, but like,
Yeah,
she's so cute.
she's really adorable. She's smart as fuck.
She's got boots.
She's got little white boots.
Got little boots. I love her so much.
She's really skittish, but for now.
Really skittish.
But
Yeah, she's only booped my hand twice, and she won't come near me otherwise. So hopefully, eventually,
maybe when you go back up there.
Legitimately
Yeah, when I go back
only
upstairs.
came near me when I grabbed a beer.
maybe I'll take her some wine.
She came out of her cage and she was doing just
No.
fine.
But yeah, she
I
took a
hate
little
you
bit to
right
warm
now.
up to me too.
It's a guy thing. A lot of dogs like are very iffy about
Males.
guys.
My parents had a dog that literally like men with hats when they were standing up.
Yep.
Very specific, very weird. We don't know why. She's better now, but she's also like 13 and she's
Just
been a
doesn't care
crotchety old lady.
anymore.
She's still a crotchety old lady. I mean, it's a tiny little scrawny old border collie.
Gotcha.
She's a character.
My buddy Chloe's dog is like that, which was funny because I went over and like she was barking at me a little bit, and then I just leaned down and was like, "You're gonna stop that." And then she was immediately like my best friend. Like I only go to hang out at Chloe's house to hang out with the dog.
That's fair. I feel like there are certain people that
Yeah.
probably come over to my house
Yeah,
just to
she's
hang out with
adorable.
Charlotte.
Is Charlotte at the parties?
Yeah.
Oh, we
Yeah,
gotta start
every
going to
single
parties
one.
then.
I'm pretty sure
Yep.
there are a handful of people that definitely just come over to hang out with Charlotte. I think a couple of friends are coming over tomorrow just to see Charlotte. Like otherwise they'd probably be like, "Hey, let's go somewhere," or "You can come over here." No, they just want to see Charlotte, so they're like, "We're coming to your house at 9:00 at night."
Yep.
I'll be
To see
playing
Charlotte.
Laser tag.
And I'm like, I go to bed. I'm an old ass lady. What are you talking about? And they're like,
That's how
"Take a
I
nap. We're coming over at 9." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
I'm going to play laser tag with Damon and
I was invited to
all
that,
those.
but obviously I already
Yeah.
had these plans. So if Damon watches this, I really did appreciate your invite, but I already had plans.
Yeah, but
What
it's
happened?
at like
I missed it.
10:30.
Invited
in the
me
group
to,
chat.
Yeah, I'm
laser
still
tag.
really bad about that.
Yeah. Do you want to go to laser tag?
When?
It's lots of
10:30,
fun.
Rochester, $25 a person.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
In the morning?
10:30 at night.
Are you also an old ass lady? And you're like,
we
wow,
are
that's
old.
past my bedtime.
We were old. Like, it was originally
I mean,
it was at
here's the
9,
thing.
and then it just kept
Okay,
going
so yeah,
back
he
to
told me
back, and I
9,
was like,
and that was, yeah.
Here's the thing: is for me is like it's still the first week we've had the puppy, and this week has
Right.
been honestly really horrendous, and I haven't been able to sleep.
I get it. No, I
Yeah.
literally only agreed to it because I'm going to make cheesecake with somebody and was like, I'm gonna be up. I'm sorry.
Doesn't come to my parties, doesn't hang out with me, goes and makes
It-
cheesecake
so
and drinks
it-
wine with other people.
To be honest, it's kind of my fault.
Kinda his fault.
So
Kinda his fault.
basically, what's happened in the last 2 weeks is since me and Melissa went to Florida, he didn't like being here alone.
Empty houses creep me out.
No, same,
Yeah.
dude, same.
So,
So-
I had to go somewhere.
So he started
Could've come
hanging
and hung
out.
out with Charlotte.
Yeah,
I could have.
he didn't think about it. He was hanging out with. Well, he was somewhat already hanging out with a group of people
Yeah.
already.
And I was also helping Chloe with her house, and then the other person I'm hanging out with, she lives like 6 minutes from where I work. So I was like, "Fuck yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
easy.
sleep
After
over
work,
there, and
yeah.
then like just go to work."
Yeah.
know? And yeah, we made
That's fair.
a s'mores cheesecake last week. It's fucking
It was good.
beautiful. That's the one I sent you the Snapchat. of.
Oh yeah. Now I remember. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
And
Was I
tomorrow
drunk
we're
when you
making
said that?
a Japanese like the
The
jiggly,
fluffy
puffy
jiggle.
one.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I can't wait to see pictures of
Yeah.
that. I've always thought about trying to make those, but I haven't actually done it.
It sounds very difficult.
I think my best cheesecake I ever made was a caramelized banana, like peanut butter and chocolate and caramelized bananas. So fucking good.
I think the best cheesecake I've ever made would have been a banana bread,
A banana
Cheese
With
what?
like the bottom of it, banana
Yes.
bread.
A banana
Ooh, I've
what?
I
and
thought about doing
banana
those.
cheesecake.
Oh, okay.
So like, what I did was I made a banana bread, and then crumbled it down and baked the crust a little bit, and then
Nice.
did a no bake cheesecake that required sour cream, and I swapped the sour cream for the same amount in mashed bananas because
Gotcha.
it's about the same texture.
Yeah.
Just about.
Yeah,
So-
and I mean, realistically, some certain things you can substitute in baking as like a binding agent with bananas, like, and that's
Yeah.
like the big thing with like vegan baking and stuff like that too.
I used to do
And,
pancakes
yeah.
with it. Yeah.
I had no idea. I was just like, I'm gonna do that, and it's all my cooking. It's just that'll work.
Same.
And I do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did that, and I brought it to my family's gathering we were going to, and everyone said, "You're bringing dessert every year," and I haven't.
You haven't. That's hilarious.
I need to.
I feel like whenever I go to somebody's like any events, whether it's a dinner
always
or a
bring-
party,
Yeah, you do.
I always bring a dessert. I think like the amount of times I brought like brownies or cookies, or I think one time I did mini pumpkin pies or pumpkin cheesecakes at the Buffalo House. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Cans of whipped
those
cream and
are
everything.
so
Like I
good.
came
I-
prepared.
Oh.
I definitely,
those actually were really
I
good.
definitely took more than I was supposed to when you weren't looking.
Oh, that's whatever, man. You
'Cause,
do
like,
you.
Do you want to help me?
That
make
was
flan?
big Brandon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna make flan, dude.
I want to make flan. Dude, I love flan.
You just reminded me. I don't know why that reminded me that I'm getting more cooking tattoos in
Dude,
like 2 weeks.
I have the whole food sleeve like already drawn out.
What about the one you sent me?
I haven't edited it yet.
Are,
But yeah.
are we doing that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Brandon, do you want to know that?
Just say yes.
Okay.
It's really cute.
It is. It is very
it's a
cute.
ramen bowl, but the bowl is a cat.
Oh, I thought we were doing a different one.
Oh, what was the other one?
The garlic.
Oh, the not enough.
Never enough.
Never enough. Yeah, I drew a garlic nut or a garlic nut. I drew a garlic clove, and I have a ribbon wrapped around it that says "never enough" because there's never enough garlic in your recipes.
Okay.
I kind of
Measure that shit with your heart.
I want. Oh, I'm gonna change the garlic.
I was gonna say
It's
I don't
gonna
know
be-
where I'd put it. So like over
Put
here,
it
I'm
to
doing
the-
like
Put it
Yeah.
here on the left,
Different.
like in the same spot on next to our pizza. Okay.
Yeah, I'll do it there.
yeah. I only have so much space, so I have like this that I'm doing like little KitchenAid mixer and some like canisters
I
with
have a
like
KitchenAid mixer
flour,
I want to do too.
flour, sugar, and coffee, and then like a little whisk, like over here to like fill in the rest of this.
If I was gonna get a food tattoo, I'd definitely get like a grilled cheese.
Let's say I got a cupcake.
Because for me, like when I was a kid, like grilled cheese was the first thing that I fucking nailed. That my family was like, "Oh yeah, no, we'll let him make us the grilled cheese." Like I was like 7.
Dude, mine was jambalaya.
I don't know what I was first good at. I know I
and
once
hate jambalaya.
I burned canned corn once, and I also at some point hated grilled cheese. I don't know what was wrong with me as a child.
I had a
Many
mental
things.
breakdown over mashed potatoes last year.
Uh,
Like legitimately, I burned
What?
boiling potatoes, and then I cried.
I was about to be like, it happens, but you said this was a year ago, and also
It was last
I'm
year, November.
still questioning
Yeah.
how.
It was a tough time. Literally, I was boiling potatoes, and then I looked away, and I like disassociated for like 4 hours.
I mean,
And I
it
came back,
happens.
and
Okay,
the
that
water was
happens.
evaporated, and the potatoes were like burnt, and I was like, "How?"
You sound like one of the residents when I worked at the senior home. Not gonna
Dude, it
lie,
was
like
bad.
there was somebody who left a pot on and it boiled all of the water
Yeah.
out and started smoking out their apartment,
Yeah.
and they didn't even notice.
Yeah, my sisters exploded a plate in a microwave. They were cooking a corn dog, and they put it in for 45 minutes instead of 5 minutes.
Oof.
And yeah.
And
I
they
came
didn't
home-
notice
I
it?
came home from tennis practice. Yeah, tennis practice.
I was gonna say tennis practice.
I was on the tennis team, man.
Oh
And,
shit!
I came home, I walked into the house, and I was like, there's a lot of smoke everywhere. What's going on? And the microwave was still going, but it was at like 30 seconds. And I was like, what?
Oh
the fuck
no!
is happening?
Oh no!
And then it just goes, ding! And I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And I like walked into the kitchen and like opened the microwave, smoke billowed out. The corn dog was just black, and the plate was just shattered. And it was one of those like old school like wood carbonate plates,
Oh.
like the ones that are unbreakable, shattered.
I mean, 45 minutes of constantly running with. Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
believe it. I believe it.
It was cool.
Yeah, that sucks.
Remember that time I said I was hungry thinking about tacos because of your socks, and then you started talking about corn dogs, and now we're just.
We getting tacos?
Food.
We'll get tacos.
We might need to get tacos. We might need to get something. I don't know. Although I've been like craving corn dogs, which is really weird. But I feel
We
like
have
I want to make
yeah.
my own corn dogs. So I want to do my
supposed to.
own batter.
Oh,
You're supposed to
I want to.
with along with more cheesecakes
Yeah.
Yeah.
And flan.
and flan.
And a bunch of
But
other
I
food.
thought we were gonna make the flan.
I brought my KitchenAid mixer over there.
You know, you could just come hang out with me and Charlotte, and I have my own KitchenAid mixer.
Yeah, but I finally get to use mine.
That's fair. You could also bring yours over, and then we could have 2.
True.
Just saying.
Brandon can come over and we'll have 3.
I think that'll be too many KitchenAids in my kitchen's not that big. Wait a minute, back up.
Or
I think
at
my
this
kitchen's
point, we could just
my
have you
kitchen is
over.
so
we'll just
small.
have you
Yeah,
over
okay,
here.
so
And
I'll
we'll,
bring
like,
my
fly.
KitchenAid over here, and then we'll have enough space for all of the KitchenAids at once. I think
Starch
that'll be
March.
reasonable. Starch March, yes.
Starch March.
I think
Maybe.
We'll
I
do it in
mean,
August.
I was gonna say Starch
That's
March.
the
Wait, it
problem.
is March. It took me a second. I
Yeah.
was like, wait a minute, when's
There's
March?
too many- it's still like of course we still can't really do that.
No.
like we could, but it wouldn't be. Yeah, just
I wish I had thought about it. I would have brought potatoes. I almost made mashed potatoes for dinner. I almost did it. I should have done it. I would have brought them over.
legitimately almost went and got potatoes just to make mashed potatoes again.
I feel like I had a really weird encounter with a guy at the fruit and veggie market. It was like Randazzo's or whatever, and I was getting a bag of potatoes, and I couldn't decide how much, weight-wise I wanted to get of potatoes. And I was standing there, and he was just asking me random questions about like, oh, getting potatoes?
yeah.
Gonna eat all those? I was just like,
I'm gonna eat these potatoes that I
I
bought.
was like, yeah, I'm just thinking about like how many I need because like I don't want them to go bad, and it was just a very weird encounter. I feel like I have weird encounters with the people that work at the Randazzo's.
When I was down in Texas, I was like looking for the cheapest things that I could eat while I was there for work, and I was with my Japanese coworker, and I picked up a 10-pound bag of potatoes and was like, "I'm here for 10 days. Yeah, this is enough."
So you're gonna eat a
And I
pot of
put 'em in
potatoes
my
a day?
cart, right? And he's like, "Oh, you Americans," and I was like, "What?" And he's like, "You're so wasteful," and I was like, dude, it's 10 pounds of potatoes. And he's like, yeah, that's too many potatoes. And I was like, we're here for 10 days. And he's like, a pound of potatoes a day? And I was like, yeah, I might need to go back and get more, man. Like, and literally every day I was there, I had one baked potato, steak, chicken, fajitas. One of those 3. Every day I was there.
So you used all the potatoes.
I used every potato. I had to go back and get 5 more pounds.
Oh my gosh. That's just
Potato.
wild.
Potatoes.
I mean, potatoes are the best.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I was like, how many things can I make in 10 days with
you
10
can
pounds of
potato
potatoes? So many
pancakes.
things.
I made
I
potato
was
pancakes.
I was thinking potato pancakes, like a skillet, you
Yep.
know, baked potatoes, mashed potatoes, a cream potato soup. I'm gonna do
And
that
I had
next
a
week.
kitchen in my hotel, so it was like
Hash browns.
I made hash browns.
Tater
Yep.
tots.
Yep. Do you really want to make your own tater tots while you're in a like kitchen hotel though?
It was a very nice hotel.
Hotel kitchen. Wow, that wasn't English.
Kitchen hotel.
I
I was
mean,
like, wait a
You wanna
minute.
start a kitchen hotel with me, bro?
yeah.
I don't know how that would. Is that kind of like what the Detroit Foundation Hotel, where it's like
Your bed
above?
is in the middle of a kitchen where everyone's just like yelling at each other and cussing and stinging and doing cocaine in the background.
That's your alarm in the morning. That's
the
your
hot-
wake up call.
The hot hostess comes by occasionally, and she's like, "You need to move."
And everyone keeps wondering.
Excuse me. Get away from my stand.
Table 5 has been waiting for a while now.
Okay, but I used to be a hostess for a long
was
time
a
at
host for a
multiple
while,
multiple restaurants, and yeah, it's like, please go take care of your tables, and then like chasing down servers and being like, I sat you 5 minutes ago. What the fuck are you doing?
I was a host for 2 months, and it was great because my hair was on point, and I would just constantly, like, people would walk in and I'd be like, "Hi, how's your night?" And they'd be like, "It's really good."
Right.
And I'm like, "Do you want to sit at the bar, a booth, or a table?" And then they take like 30 seconds to answer, and I'm like, just fucking, where do you want to sit?
It's
dude?
difficult to decide
It's
sometimes.
always a booth.
Yeah,
always
I
a
mean,
booth.
realistically, like who pick? Well, I understand that there are people that do pick a table for
And they're
certain
fucking
reasons.
wrong.
Well, not necessarily. Maybe they need a table
They're wrong.
for comfort reasons if they needed something
What the
more
fuck is
supportive.
comfortable
I
about
don't
table?
know. Whatever.
I
I don't know.
But no, most of the time
See, it's
like,
fun, isn't it? Just sticking them in the dust in different spots. Yeah.
No, I used to be a dishwasher,
I was a dishwasher too.
and then I did bus boy for like a
I was a
year,
busboy, too.
and then I was a breakfast cook for
What was a
like
breakfast
a
cook?
year and a half.
I was a waiter, which was real fun.
I was also a server for a little bit, not a whole lot. Like my first day on the floor at the restaurant I worked at, when I had started as a server, they basically were like, "All right, well, you and this one other server are gonna take this wedding party's like rehearsal dinner and whatever else." It was some sort of pre-wedding dinner. I wouldn't say rehearsal dinner, but it was a large party. It was my second day serving. And that was a very bad time. Made good money though, because like the father of the bride felt real bad for us because there were so many people and just 2 of us. And I had other tables. I felt really bad for my other tables because I was just like chicken with my head cut off. But yeah, realized at that point I should not be a server. And also at the other restaurant I worked at the time, eventually they were like, "Oh, well, do you want to be a food runner? And then we'll like maybe move you up to server." And I was like,
No,
and that was when I quit.
I was a server.
Fun
at-
fact, that was Texas Roadhouse.
I was a server at
Oh.
Pizza Hut, which doesn't sound crazy, but it was the second busiest Pizza Hut in the Midwest. And when I say the second busiest Pizza Hut in the Midwest, it sucked. I wound up turning into
I
a
get it.
delivery driver.
I believe it.
Like, I did serving for like 2 weeks, and then like they realized that I had a nice car, and they're like, "You want to be a delivery driver?" And I was like, "Yes."
Yes, please get me out of the dining room. I hate this.
God.
Oh, it sucked, man. Because I was also a cook, so like I'd be in the back and I'd be cooking all the shit, and then I'd like come back out front and like
And the same shift?
in the same shift. Yeah.
Oh, that's not.
I'd be running around everywhere. That was the job that let me drink on the job. Like they loved me, man.
I think you told the story
I
about.
did.
Yeah.
Pizzas.
Yeah.
That was one of the first ones he told me, and I started crying like and
Mhm.
laughing so hard in the fucking kitchen.
Yeah, it was funny because that day, like, I came in to help, and I was like blitzed, and was like, "I'm drunk," and my boss was like, "That's cool. Just come make pizza. You can, you
Right,
You're
as
sober
as
up
we've
here.
established, you guys drunk, you
Yeah.
cook very well
Oh, yeah.
anyway.
Those
So
pizzas were
Yeah.
dope. But
There
I was
you
also
go.
like, no, I'm drunk to the point where if I stop drinking, I'm gonna get sick. So she let me continue to drink on the shift and then drink with me. And then the next manager for night shift showed up and was like, "Hey, do you want to be a delivery driver tonight?" And I was like,
No.
"No." Like just left.
it's like, that would be a very bad idea.
She was like, "I didn't see your car out there today," and I was like, "Yeah, I ran here."
Terrible.
How far did you live from your work?
I
at
was
that
like
point?
a mile away.
But well, I think we're getting close to the end. So,
I think we are.
Do we want to pull
I
the same
think
thing we did
it's-
for Jeff? And
well, I was gonna say, we say question we ask every guest is
Can I ask you something personal?
time travel.
Oh, time travel.
Wait,
Because I already told you this morning.
Yeah. We already know your answer to the poop one.
right, obviously.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
She hasn't. But yeah, the time travel one. If you could go back in time, anywhere you want.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. If you could go back in time and mess with it in a parallel universe, so when you go back like nothing happened. You just get to see what would have happened had what you decided happened. Like,
All right.
okay, sorry.
We lost the train there.
Okay.
There is
You
no
decide
train.
that something happens in the world, and then you get to watch how it plays out.
So you go back in time. You can change anything you want. You can observe. You can do whatever you want. When you come back to your current time, it's our time. Whatever you did didn't happen. So
You
it's a
just get to
parallel
know
universe. So
what
you
you
get to
did.
know what happened. in
Right, so it's
other
not like the
time.
butterfly effect where
Yes.
I come back and
Yeah.
everything is different. It was a whole different thing, and it doesn't affect the
Yeah.
current timeline.
It's
Yes.
Dragon Ball Z rules.
Yes.
Okay. Well, fuck.
That's what you would do? You would go back in time and fuck?
I mean-
Whoa, you super awesome person.
I mean, realistically, is that the...
I mean, I would probably go back in time and some people.
Probably.
That's
Plus,
never where
Alexander
my
the
mind went. But
but anyway, that
Maybe.
was mostly
No.
just me being like, "Fuck, I don't even know what
Oh,
to
we know.
think." But
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like from my English nerd perspective, I'd probably go back to a time to like meet like not Emily Dickinson. Fuck Emily Dickinson. But maybe like one of the Bronte sisters, or somebody like that.
I would go back in time and drink with Edgar Allan Poe. Now that you're bringing up English.
Right,
That'd be
it would be
cool.
cool as fuck to like. So it's always interesting to think about from like an English perspective, but also from like a psychological perspective.
Yeah.
Like, why do a lot of these writers write the way that they do? What was going on in their lives? Because you find that like a lot of current authors talk about their personal lives and how it affects their writing. So like, what was going on with
Yeah.
all of these other people? And we don't always know the whole story. I think that would be.
so the time travel. So we were
Oh
talking
yeah,
about
time travel.
I
Oh.
no, I was just saying like fuck, I forgot what I was saying.
So-
but
I know what I was thinking. I was definitely thinking that I would want to go back and find one of those like lady authors who you don't realize is gay, but you kind of think from the subtext she's gay, and then like that would be my girl.
J.K. Rowling.
no.
No.
She's like a closet gay. She hates
Okay.
herself and her people.
I was gonna say there's like obviously the thing about like being homophobic and whatever else because you're repressing things, but also
She's just a horrible person.
she's just real bad, right? We just.
We
But anyway, I would
I
go
pretty much
way farther back
disassociate-
than
yeah.
that. Like, I want to be wearing some like floor length, like weird, like the corset and all the whatever
Yeah.
bullshit.
Victorian era,
Just
Yeah, go to
just
the crazy
fucking-
party.
Just gonna fucking go for it. Yeah, just get real classy.
I think it'd be fun to end up like observing just like battles. Like I would love to just go and sit up on the cliff,
Like when
and
people would
watch
actually duel in,
Alexander Hamilton and
I
Burr,
was just thinking of Hamilton.
I
yeah.
was thinking the same thing.
or like go watch the Battle of 300.
Nerds.
Like just watch Leonidas.
You just have a bucket of popcorn. You're just sitting there. They see you
Yeah.
up on the cliff. They're like, "Who the fuck is that?" And somebody shoots an arrow at you.
Yo, this is
Yeah.
tight.
Yeah, and you're
But-
like, "Oh, what up?"
Like I've always thought of that one, or I don't know, like, I wouldn't want to watch Genghis Khan. That'd be just horrid.
He fucked.
Yeah, that's the thing, is they just raped everything and then killed everything, so, like, I don't want to watch that part.
Yeah.
I'd rather just watch the killing part. Not killing part, just battles, like, you know, a whole battle. Not I don't want to watch, like, someone raid a village.
I'm just him.
He's just
like
playing with the ding ding,
dusting the table with it, basically. At this point,
that's her ding ding.
Jesus.
And you're dusting the table with her ding ding.
Why are you gonna say it like that?
I am a maid. Oh, I made a good meme I gotta send to you.
Oh, okay.
I gave it to a couple girls that I know for when, like, dudes slide into their DMs. It's just me in the maid outfit, and it says, "Don't mind me, I'm just here to make sure the DMs stay clean."
I wish I'd had that many months ago when some random that I went to high school with, like, dropped into my DMs like, "Hey," and I'm like, no. There was somebody who was really nice about it. Like, he was like, "Oh, hey," and I was like, "Yeah, by the way, no, like, not into dudes. Like, leave me alone."
That photo I recreated got me a few DMs and was like, "Oh no, go away."
Not now.
No.
I mean, but you're so pretty.
It was a very good photo.
It was a very good photo. I would agree. I would
need
agree.
to recreate more. You need to recreate some too, man.
Which ones?
Hot girl poses.
Oh,
See, I don't know what that means.
yeah.
I know what that means, but I don't know what that means, man.
Hot girl poses.
I mean,
You just pose like a hot girl.
It's like this.
Which is just every photo you take.
I take really derpy photos. I don't know what you're fucking talking about, man.
Build up our queen.
The derpiest queen.
To be fair, I call myself the king of the clowns for a while.
No.
Don't look at my tagged photos. They are all
Yeah,
all
I
derpy.
don't.
Me too.
I don't make good
accept that.
faces.
One of my favorite pictures, like, of me and Mac. He looks really derpy. He's like mid-sentence. Ashley took that picture,
Yeah, I
and like
remember the one.
it's such a nice picture of like me with his his hat on and like my beard.
Yes,
I'm just
I know
smiling,
which one you're
and
talking
he's just
about.
like,
In front of the TV.
"N-
Yep.
we're at
Or the
Buffalo
TV's
House."
to the right of you.
Yeah.
Yep. I love that picture
Yeah,
too.
it's a good picture, but it's just really funny. I feel like if I'm not the one making the derpiest face in the picture, somebody else is making a derpy face in the picture, and it's just like, all right, well, we can't. This is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah.
The one I shared of me and Waldo. Actually,
Yeah.
I memed it.
I was gonna say, I actually had to question that for a minute, whether that was actually you or not.
That was me. I had an arrow shaved in my head, and I was high on shrooms.
Especially after
So you
the,
can see the eyes. I'm like,
I was gonna say it looks a little wild, but
Yeah,
I
it was
wasn't
wild.
really sure whether
I
it
was
was
the
you or not
avatar,
at
man.
first,
Yeah.
just
That
because
was,
all the other pictures of your doppelgangers.
Yeah, that one was me.
You have a lot of doppelgangers.
I have a shit.
There's
ton of
one with
doppelgangers.
like the shaggy emo hair that I could have sworn was actually you.
Yeah.
I was convinced.
Yeah, wait till I found the photo of me with my black hair. Same.
Does it look exactly like that, pretty much?
Exactly the same.
Exactly like a ding ding.
So I think
Exactly
you
like a
should
ding-ding.
find
Really like
you should
this.
find that guy, whoever's
I
picture
know
that
someone
is.
who knows him.
Okay,
Yeah.
so who's his dad?
He doesn't look like me.
Oh, okay, never
He
mind.
only looks like me in that photo.
Okay, never mind that. I was gonna say if he still looks like he could be related to you, maybe you should question him about his parental lineage.
I'm gonna fight his dad.
Yeah, you can fight his dad, who might potentially be your dad, but you don't know. In worst case, you just
I don't know if you're my dad.
fight a dad on his behalf, and it's fine. You know. You might be my dad because your son kind of looked like me like 15 years ago. It's fine.
No, it wasn't 15 years ago. It was like 5 years ago.
Wait, what?
It was recent, dude. When I found that photo, if you go back to when I posted
When
it,
you had black hair?
when I had black hair, it was like 15 years ago.
That's what I'm saying.
But his was like recent. Yeah.
Okay, but who?
Yeah, he looked like that recently.
Oh, if for whatever reason that poor unfortunate soul ends up watching this, why?
I don't know.
5 years. Okay, so like when I see that picture, I think like early high school for me, which was like
Yeah, it was
2000.
2005 for me.
Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot I'm younger. It was 2008, 9, something like that.
2006 for freshman year.
I'm a baby, apparently.
Yeah,
But yeah.
2006 for me. Yeah.
No, so like, yeah, but that's exactly what I think of as like early high school for any of us. I mean, realistically,
his
like the
was-
mid
his was in,
2000s.
Yeah,
2016,
yeah.
17. Yeah.
Sir, why?
Yeah. Well, to be fair, like if he looked
To
like
be
me
fair.
and had black hair,
If,
he'd look okay right about now. But he doesn't actually look like me. That's all angles, which makes me feel good because his MySpace angles are just me.
Right, that's your candid.
Like,
There you
go.
go.
you know, just saying, buddy.
Yeah. In case he ever watches this, random guy whose picture
I
you
hope
use
he
on
do.
your Facebook sometimes.
Yeah. He's gonna
Solid.
find it in like 5 years. He's gonna be like, "Yo, you ever watch Buffalo? Oh my god!"
Right, that would be the funniest thing. So that's what I think of like
Just
when you're
talking
talking about like,
trash
oh,
about
down
him.
the line, I hope people will come back and watch our early videos. And I'm like, somebody's gonna come back and watch an early video and
Yeah.
hear a reference to themselves or something that they actually know about, and they're gonna be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like
That
Buffalo
guy
House
trashed
people.
on me for an hour.
Right, because if they're not watching it now and they watch it later, they're gonna be like, oh, they were talking shit the entire time. What
Yeah,
the fuck?
yeah.
But it was like 3 years ago, so you
Yeah, you can't be
can't
mad
fault
at
them.
me.
Yeah. Can't be
Actually,
mad anymore.
I'll probably continue to talk shit about you, buddy, for like the next 10 years.
I
It's
mean,
fine.
that's
We'll-
my policy.
We'll put it in the realm that we'll try and find him and talk to him.
Yeah. Oh, Teresa knows him, I think. No, not Teresa. Somebody else does.
Oh.
Because they saw the photo when Teresa sent me the photo. And they were like, yo, that's blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you tagged him. We
The-
got to meet up, dude.
Okay.
And then we never met up. He never
Buffalo
responded,
House guest
nothing.
though.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious and probably really weird.
Mhm.
He'd be like, "Why am I here?" And also, "Who the fuck are you
Yes.
guys?" And
I'll just wear the Spock wig and make fun of him for an hour and a half.
Yeah, basically.
oh my gosh, that would be amazing. You should do
Oh,
that.
I
I
miss
think
the
that
Spock
would
wig.
be.
I miss the Spock wig too. Did you see the 2B wig that I wore? It's like an all white wig from a video game.
No. No.
Oh, I didn't show you the photo. It's
I feel like you should insert a photo somewhere of for everybody to see because I
Brandon.
feel
I'll
like
send it to you.
Okay.
I'm wearing my overalls and my fishnets, and I have a sword. Yeah, it's a good photo. Can you blur out my nips?
I'm
I
not
think
doing
that would be the
that.
funniest.
I already have two
Yeah.
photos I'm doing earlier. in
You
this
have a lot of
episode.
stuff to do with this episode now,
But
but I'll share it to the page.
I need to get some overalls.
Dude, you should. I'll send you the link. I'm trying to get a bunch of people to get them. They're really comfortable.
Fuck yeah. I wanted to get some overalls last summer, and the pair that I found that I really liked, it didn't fit me, and I got really sad. It was when Annie and I were in Pennsylvania, and I was like shopping while she was getting tattooed because I had nothing else to do.
gotcha.
I'll send you the link for the overalls. They're really comfortable. So far, I have Leaf's getting a pair, Dell's getting a pair. I think Jay and Becca are getting a pair too.
So there's gonna be an overall squad and a maid squad, pretty much going on.
Oh, and there's another squad coming.
Oh, okay.
And well, I think with that we should probably call it.
Right.
Thank
leave
you
that,
so
leave that to
much
the
for
imagination.
coming. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for having me. I love you guys.
It
It's
was honestly very fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, for us, like, it was always like we knew like there was people immediately we wanted to like start having on, and you were definitely like one of them. Like after because you caught on, you were watching very quickly.
Yeah, I think I pretty much was sending you guys snaps of your like
I have
episodes
some
at,
of them
like
screenshot.
yeah, as you were.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, you guys talked about this thing. Oh my gosh, you guys said hi to me.
Yeah. It'll continue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
'Cause
you know
I'll
I'll be
say a
watching.
joke and be like, nobody's gonna catch this.
You know I'll be watching.
Chrissy's gonna catch this.
I don't get to work from home as much on Mondays anymore, so like that used to be my thing where I would
well,
watch
you
at
got
home, but
Tuesday.
now I can either Monday when I get home from work or Tuesday.
And
yeah.
hopefully we figured out how to upload to YouTube finally.
Yeah, so that
Or
you
you
don't put
just
out
do
a
the
Monday
audio
episode on a
version.
Friday. See,
But I know you like the video.
I'm in charge of like phones for my job, so I don't get to listen to things at work. Yeah, phones. But I actually sent one of them to Illinois today. That's
A
the whole-
phone?
Yeah.
A whole phone?
Yeah.
Just one?
Yep, an iPhone with a note and a power cord in a UPS envelope. Off to
There you
Illinois.
go.
Goodbye. Not my problem anymore.
Illinois doesn't even exist.
It kind of does. One of my favorite distant coworkers works in Illinois, so I'll take. I'm gonna pretend like it exists at least.
Sure they're real?
I think she's real. We talked today, so I'm assuming she's real. I sent her a phone today. She gave me her address for her to get the phone, so I'm assuming
She ain't real.
she's not real. Okay.
She ain't
We're gonna end this note on end this episode on the
An
note
existential crisis.
an
Cheesesteak.
existential crisis that the coworkers that I think I have
It's
that I
just-
talk to every
it's her
day
talking to
aren't real,
herself.
and it's just me sitting there at a computer with like an earpiece in and just talking to myself.
You missed that in boys brunch. Like Mike and Damon were talking about how whenever I go to therapy, it's just me talking into the mirror to myself. So I'm not actually going to therapy.
I feel like there have been so many. I wanted to talk to you about therapy today,
Oh, we can.
but
Not
we
on
will.
this, though.
No,
Oh,
we
yeah.
will. My therapist canceled on me this week.
Oh.
Oh.
At 3 a.m. the other day, I was like laying in bed and couldn't sleep, and I was like, if my therapist dies, who do I talk to?
A different therapist?
Yeah, but I like my therapist, so like, who do I talk to about my therapist dying? A different therapist?
Yep.
Yeah.
What
Basically.
if I don't like that?
So my best friend
Well,
had a
you find a
therapist she
different one.
really, really liked, and she they retired or whatever happened that they had stopped. I don't know if it was maternity leave or something. You have to find a new therapist, and then you talk about it. If it's traumatizing to you, you talk about it.
That'd be a very fun therapy session.
Oh yeah.
Like, hi, I'm here. I'm a new patient. My therapist died.
Well,
What's up? Take a ding ding.
I was gonna say so many
With that,
things, but you know what?
The episode's over.
thank you for watching.
Come be on our podcast. Get a ding ding.
Yeah, you also could have. Oh, I almost dropped him in my wine glass.
Dunk.
I was gonna say whiskey dink, but it's not whiskey.
I know. I was thinking it's something
Oh.
the same. Yeah. No.
Brandon and I have to go to bed.
Yeah,
We
I
love
just
you.
want tachos.
Actually, we're gonna get tacos
Yeah.
and then see about going to get wine
Fuck
drunk.
yeah.
but yeah, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. But thank you, Chrissy.
Thank you so very
Thanks,
much. We really
guys.
appreciate you. Honestly,
Oh.
100%.
So glad to be here. Always. You know.
And I will go to your parties
Oh, you better, because I always cook without onions for you.
unless there's one coming up.
Yeah, no, there is not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely. We are still playing it safe, y'all. Still playing
Yeah.
it safe.
Smart.
But,
Mask up, y'all. Mask up.
Mask up.
Mm.
All right. Bye, guys.
Goodbye.